friends. You ready to read Magic Tree House? Okay, we're going to read chapter 9 today. Let me turn the screen. You can have a nice view of the outside. It's kind of windy. Do you see the leaves blowing in the wind? Ooh, even my umbrella is blowing. Okay. Let me get my glasses on so I can see. Last we left, Annie got caught and they're trying to save her, and then a white horse came. And let's find out what that white horse is going to do. Chapter 9, Fly Away Home. The white horse stopped at the low wall by the edge of the track. "He's come for us," cried Annie. The guards stared in awe at the horse. Annie broke free and dashed over to Jack. He grabbed her hand and they ran to the horse. The guards shouted and started after them, but they were too late. Jack and Annie had already climbed over the wall into the waiting chariot. "Go, go, go," Annie cried to the huge white horse. The horse reared and pawed the air. The crowd stepped back from the wall. The guards froze. Jack looked up to where Plato was now standing. Plato smiled and waved at him. Then the white horse leaped forward, pulling the chariot behind him. Jack couldn't even wave back at Plato. All he could do was hold on tight as the horse galloped beside the Olympic racers. Jack bounced up and down. Dust and sand got in his eyes. He squeezed them shut and crouched down in the chariot. He didn't know where they were going, but it didn't matter. The white horse was in charge. Jack heard the thundering noise of the racing horses and chariots. He heard the screaming crowd. He felt sand blowing in his face and the hard bumping and rattling of the chariot. Suddenly he was thrown backward. He heard a swoosh of wind, then silence. "Oh, wow," cried Annie. Jack opened his eyes. All he saw was blue sky. He pushed his glasses into place and looked around. "Help!" he cried. The white horse had grown giant feathery wings and was pulling their chariot into the sky. Jack gripped the railing of the chariot and held on for his life. "To the treehouse!" shouted Annie. Below, the Olympic crowd watched in stunned silence. The winged horse left the games behind and flew over the temple of Zeus, over the statue of Nile, over the sacred olive tree in the gymnasium. On they went, over the poet's house, the Greek theater, and the field of white tents. Finally, the winged horse coasted to the ground near the olive grove. The wheels of the chariot bumped onto the grass. Then slowly, slowly, they came to a stop. Jack and Annie stepped out of the chariot. Jack's legs were so wobbly he could hardly walk. Annie rushed to the horse and stroked his neck. "Thank you," she whispered. Jack patted the horse's long white neck too. "Thanks," he said. "That was the best ride of my life." The horse snorted and pawed the ground. "Come on, Annie. We have to go before they find us," said Jack. "I don't want to leave him," said Annie. "He's the most beautiful horse in the whole world." Her eyes filled with tears. "We have to," said Jack. The horse put his head down and touched Annie's forehead with his soft nose. Then he gave her a gentle push toward the treehouse. Annie sniffed but started walking. Jack took her hand as they walked through the olive grove to the rope ladder of the treehouse. "You first," said Jack. Annie started up the ladder. Jack followed. When they were inside, Annie hurried to the window. Jack grabbed the Pennsylvania book. He pointed to a picture of the Frog Creek woods and said, "I wish." "Look," said Annie. Jack looked out the window. The horse had spread his great feathery wings. He was rising from the field. The white horse flew high into the blue Olympian sky. Then he disappeared behind the clouds. "Bye," called Annie. A tear rolled down her cheek. Jack pointed again at the Pennsylvania book. "I wish we could go there," he said. The wind started to blow. The treehouse began to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. What do you always say? That's right, absolutely still. That's the end of chapter 9. We'll read chapter 10 tomorrow.